Esteemed leader of Romans, it is not my place to send for you, but I will not let propriety stand in the way of what needs to be done. The matter I contact you about should be of great interest to you. Our great immortal Pharaoh has organized a festival in Memphis to rally support. He intends to legitimize his rule by the approval of Serapis himself. The old temples are restless. If you fail to act, there is no doubt this will be perceived as a victory for the Pharaoh, and thousands may enlist to his defense. Equally, this presents an opportunity for you. Foil his plans, and the Pharaoh will be exposed as an ineffective leader who does not have the favor of even his own dynasty's gods. Please meet me in my temple in Memphis as soon as you are able, and I will tell you of my idea. You will not regret it. May Ubasti favor you with a multitude of lives. Raya, you came! You very nearly got that letter in divine words, but fortunately, the cats led me to a Greek scribe who knows the Roman symbols. Sure, this happens all the time. If I follow a cat for a while, eventually it will lead me to where I need to be. Even I don't know I need to be there. I wasn't looking for a scribe, but the cats knew. Forever? It is forever old. It's always been here. A lioness came here once, burning with wrath. She was cooled by the waters of the Nile, transformed into a gentle cat, and settled in the temple. The cat is a holy creature. They live between the realms of the living and dead. To be a friend to cats is the greatest blessing imaginable. May your grain store be home to many cats. I know I overstepped my bounds in doing so. We only met very briefly, but I think a collaboration would benefit us both. As I wrote, the Pharaoh is arranging a festival of Serapis in Memphis. Serapis is a new god, more Greek than Egyptian. If you sabotage his festival, that will show everyone that he does not have the favor of the gods. Cats are not to be unleashed. They are dignified and mysterious creatures.
I may have unleashed a cat or two in the past.
When the cat helps you, it is because it wants to. You have Ubasti's favor, but we need the support of other gods now. If we can convince the priesthood of Sobek to join with us, those who remain faithful to the old gods can spread dissent throughout the festival. Then we are just in need of a few violent men to start a riot. Naturally, I thought of you. Does that mean you'll do it?
And have you cared to run this plan of yours past any of your sisters, Raya? I am the high priestess of this temple. Raya does not speak for all of us, though she likes to make it sound that way.
I am sorry, Tenor. I didn't mean to presume.
You speak of having to convince the priests of Sobek. Well, you have yet to convince the priestesses of Ubasti. Perhaps it would be wise to start there.
Help me save the lions from the arena.
That would certainly be a strong showing of good faith.
Indeed. The owners of the arena stage shows where the condemned are thrown to the lions. But lions should not be kept in captivity.
It is an affront to the goddess. We have appealed to them many times, but they are greedy and cruel.
Help me confront the hunters and release the lions they have captured. Then my sisters will know that you are a servant of Ubasti.
I swear on the goddess.
Really? Oh, I could hug you right now.
That was easier than I expected. I will wait here. Return when you have proven your good faith, Romans.
I'll go get ready. Meet me at the hunter's compound. There you are. I'm all set. There aren't too many people around, so once we set the lions free, they should have a clear path out of the city along the Nile. The lions are kept at the back. The poor things. If you beat up the hunters, I will unlock the cages. Well, first of all, lions will definitely kill you before they eat you.
I assure you that is false. I have heard many gladiators scream in agony while they were eaten in the arena.
But secondly, I have a way with cats of all sizes. I'll do what I can to keep them from eating you. Just stay out of their way as much as you can. If you're mad to go along with this, what does that make me?
I was just pondering that exact same question.
Oh, you beautiful baby. Please be still. I will release you from captivity. It is the will of Ubasti. You should maybe stand back a little bit. I'll be safe, but I don't know about you. The lions are free! They did frighten some of the fishermen along the coast, but no one was hurt. It will be more than enough. We've righted a great wrong for Ubasti today. The great cat is pleased. I can feel her purring. Let's go back and tell Tanner how well it went. Come along!
Raya has told me everything. I am very impressed, Roman. You have certainly proven yourself. She is favored by the goddess, no doubt about it. We are all lucky to have her.
Convincing the priests of Sobek should be no trouble at all. Old Nachte rails daily against the pharaoh.
I will speak to him myself on your behalf. It is as you say. He will welcome this chance to bloody Ptolemy's nose.
Come with me to the plaza in front of the Temple of Serapis. I am told the pharaoh is likely to make an appearance. A speech, most likely. He likes the sound of his own voice. No, pay attention to your own plan. If you are seen to attack the pharaoh, all of Egypt will turn against you.
Ptolemy may be a god, but he's not a hero to his people. Let's not turn him into one. That depends on who you're talking to. We believe Serapis is a new and foreign god who seeks to replace the great Osiris.
The Greeks seek to replace our gods. Then they will replace us. But they know nothing of the cat. The cat endures. It would be an honor to have the queen on our side. She understands the people. If she comes with us, the pharaoh will be furious.
A furious foe can be dangerous, especially one that is as powerful as Ptolemy. You would also be risking the queen's life. Caution is the weapon of the wise.
We will show those piss-pots whose gods are greatest!
Mind your tongue, Raya!
Sorry, Tanner.
You look like you have questions. That she is. She came to us when she was a small girl. She was orphaned by some terrible tragedy that she has never been able to speak of. And she wandered the desert for many weeks. Then one day, she just showed up on our doorstep and made herself at home. She said she followed the cats to us. Does it not? I knew at once she belongs with us. Of course, cats and women share a special connection. Only women are meant to serve the goddess. Fewer every year. It has been a long time since we were able to throw a proper festival in her honor. But there are still some who pay tribute to the old gods. Enough that we can keep the temple beautiful for her. The pharaoh speaks nonsense! Serapis is a false god! The great cat is certainly displeased. She always was, for she truly understands the people. Cleopatra is of Egypt. Ptolemy cares only for Greeks.
Yeah! Down with Ptolemy! And his stupid god!
You speak truth, daughter of the cat!
Praise Serapis! Praise the father of all that the eye can see and beyond!
What did you call me? Insolent dog! Sobek was hunting in these waters before your Serapis was even born! Oh, you shall see Sobek can still hunt when he wants. Your god will see it too!
Serapis is not just my god, he is your god too! You must accept this!
This festival is an insult to the old gods! Our people have forgotten their past! Sobek's faithful shall fight for our queen and make her proud, I say!
The king of the Nile favors warriors. We shall strike when the time is right.
You are truly without shame. After everything you did in Alexandria, do you not fear my wrath? It is my festival. I can do anything I want.
The sons of Crocodile are indeed displeased. End this charade at once!
The Festival of Serapis is not a charade. Bite your tongue, or I will.
I'd like to see you try.
No! What have you done, Roman? Lowly fool! Soon you will witness firsthand my terrible wrath!
It was a good thing you did today, Legate. You have done the Egyptian people a great service. An act of kindness like this will be remembered.
Yet it is gratitude that often renders a war pointless. A victory is greater when it's won without fighting.
Legate, before you go, I have a request. I wish to come with you.
Oh, good. I've been wanting a pet cat.
I have lived in Memphis for so long and I like it here, don't get me wrong. But it's so boring. Cats are meant to wander free, not stay cooped up in a temple all day. Yay! Thank you! I'll go grab my things. See you back in your camp. I've expanded your shrine a little. I hope it's all right. I haven't removed anything. Some of the men who maintain the shrine did look a little put off at first, but I told them a little bit about Ubasti, and they agree she'll get along just fine with their goddess. It's different. I like it, I think, although it smells quite a lot of men. I've been given a tent in the corner of the camp. They let me come and go as I please. If you're going to pounce on the pharaoh, I will hunt as part of your pride. Say the word, I will be there. He is too fat a mouse for a true huntress to pass up. I'll follow you for a little bit. I think we'll have to part ways before you reach Rome. There are many places I want to visit, but I don't think the goddess wants me in Rome. Not yet. Oh, that's really sweet of you. I think she'd very much value a contribution towards expanding her shrine. Oh, thank you so much. Here, I know that's not why you did this, but I want you to have something.
Are we ready, Legate? The men are hungry for battle. We will make him proud, and teach these Egyptians a lesson they'll never forget.
The artillery is in position, and the Legion is mobilized. The time to strike is now.
I don't think he's likely to. Ptolemy possesses the worst combination of pride and foolishness. He'll stand and fight.
Still, we should take care of that loose end personally.
Extracting him safely should not pose a huge challenge. The assault itself will be a massive distraction.
He's smart enough to hide when the attack begins. Once everyone's dead, we can extract him safely.
Precision is difficult to achieve, even with the most advanced of siege weaponry. But our catapults will be aimed at the gates and the palace. I hope we can avoid too much collateral damage.
Unless we're walking into a trap.
If their trap depends on their palace being besieged, I'll go out on a limb and say we'll be fine.
The best method of uncovering a trap is to spring it.
That is surprisingly accurate, but also typically reckless, Bestia.
All right. This will be the end of a glorious campaign. Meet us in Alexandria when you are ready.
How are you, my sweet? I always thought so. She's a strong woman who naturally inspires loyalty. I believe she will remain a loyal ally to Rome when we return her to the throne.
How are you holding up? It is the nature of things. The gods rarely give you what you want, but occasionally they might give you what you need. Let us not waste this opportunity.
Come, let us talk. She is a foolish woman. Or maybe she's an incredibly brave woman. The difference is often difficult to see. One thing is for sure, though. She is dangerous. Be careful around her.
Hey, what do you need? We did. You got what you needed, and I made a new friend. She is too much in big doses, but fun a little at a time. I'm glad we met her.
Domine. He could indeed prove to be the witness we need. That being said, I am a little uneasy about this plan. Yet sometimes risk brings ruin. Let us hope this will not be one of those times.
Welcome, mortals. Welcome again to our magnificent palace. Care for some refreshments? Then you will wait a long time, Roman. We enjoy your company, you know. We actually quite like Romans. Unfortunately, you chose to side with our disobedient and treacherous sister. And for that, you both deserve to die. Then what are you waiting for? Come and see exactly how far out of your depth you are.
Marlem, I knew it!
You Romans are so naive.
Well, this isn't exactly unexpected. Orders, Legate?
We can try, but it will not be easy. They vastly outnumber us.
Look at you, darling. A pharaoh on his knees is not fit to be a pharaoh at all. At least you are where you belong.
You are the disgrace of our family, an affront to gods and the people of Egypt. And now you get your own husband killed by the hand of a foreigner. You can't even do it yourself.
A queen should not soil her hands with the blood of cowards. I'm sorry, but there will never be peace in Egypt while we both live. He must die. I do like it when you stand up to me. Have it your way, then.
Well, I guess that concludes our business.
Ah, the Golden Wolf arrives right on cue. I was expecting you.
I see. Your cunning knows no bounds, Roman. I am at your mercy.
You backstabbing filth!
Thank you for keeping your end of the bargain.
While we're getting rid of loose ends...
Right! Stop!
Wrong. He was our prisoner, and I saw fit to execute him. You can direct your complaints to Vitellius Lurco.
I think we should get Tranquillus and leave quickly. It seems Lurco's men are getting rid of loose ends.
Salvete, are you looking for a book?
Claudius Tranquillus. He's dead.
There is a consequence for every action and inaction. Unfortunately, I could not save this old man.
You're not fooling anyone. You murdered Tranquillus.
What possible motive could I have? Your accusation is ridiculous. With what? Look, I'd love to stay and chat with you, but I have duties elsewhere. Now that this Egypt matter seems settled, it is time for us to pack up. See you in Rome.
Away, Legate! Your home welcomes you and both of your victorious legions. And it is good to see you again after all these years. Leave ambition to my brothers. This is a comfortable post close to home and well paid too. I'm sure you have a lot of things to discuss before you disband. Let me know when you're ready to proceed.
Is it time? I've told you before. It is this idleness that bothers me. Can't we just quickly go in? I have things to do. Only if it leads to something. I don't like standing here and wasting time. I'll take it easy. This campaign made me realize there is a lot to learn. And while Sinaros is a great magister, it is impossible for him to teach me everything. But he said if he teaches me how to fish, my problems will be solved. He is wise and formidable. It is not easy to fight for so long and still be alive. I shall listen to every single word of his. Of course, what's not to like? We are the scourge of Egypt. We have slain all of our foes. They shall sing our names for years to come. I know you are not entirely happy about being saved by Lurko. Do not worry, though. Vengeance will be ours. Patience is the sharpest weapon of a hunter. And strike when the time is ripe.
Recent events are making me think about the way we're approaching our long-term problems. No matter what we do, our opponent seems to retain the upper hand. This is the second time he's accomplished the same trick. I think we now know the way he plays the game. We're clearly not playing by the same rules. It's for this reason that the game is not fair. We stop playing fair. Consider the Rubicon. No legatus is allowed to keep their command inside the Pomerium. The Legion shall always disband here, beyond these predefined borders. So it is written, so it shall be done. Of course, because the law threatens obliteration, everyone obeys it, and everyone expects it to be obeyed. That makes us predictable. This is how Lurko always wins. He knows what our possible moves are, so he prepares himself accordingly. He plans for both outcomes, and controls the result either way. Now, consider the results of a commander crossing the Rubicon with his legion, ignoring the ancient law and the tradition. Certainly not. I was simply using as an example the absurdity of the notion, and the fact that Rome would be helpless against such a legion were it to just march through. Lurko exploits our adherence to established norms and patterns. As long as we're playing the same game, he wins. It would be wise to think about such matters. However, one should never break a rule one does not fully understand. My frail bones are in dire need of warm water and a well-executed massage, but I also have an interesting meeting to attend. Indeed, a lady who allegedly knows the solution to the one formula of Pythagoras. The one formula. The solution to all that was, all there is, and all there ever will be. Pythagoras famously believed that what we perceive is a mere reflection of a world of numbers, a world of conditions and formulaic instructions, a construct or a mere representation of a true reality that could easily be derived from one formula. He who knows the formula knows all. I have little to lose. Egypt represents a clear victory. With Cleopatra out of the picture, the Senate can surely be persuaded to grant rulership of the area to you. I do think he will try to present our victory as his, thereby solidifying his claim for consulship. It is unlikely they would let him have Egypt, though.
Let's get this over with. I don't know if I should. You're the conqueror of Egypt, and I'm just a plebeian. You'll have plenty of more worthy suitors, I'm sure. Let us see how events unfold now that we're back in Rome. If you still need me in a few weeks' time, then perhaps I will move in with you. Where to even start? I served with Lucullus for the majority of my life. In a way, he turned me into the man I am today. In return, I caused his death. He would have been alive today if we hadn't delayed our departure for the sake of fixing my mistakes. Nothing but a disappointment. Lucullus didn't care for vengeance, I think. But he did value order, and we brought the peace of Rome to Egypt. He would be proud of that. But somehow I feel like I failed in that big quest that is my life. I should have been more important, more significant. Who's to say that I'm not? Lucullus certainly didn't see it coming. Probably, but not for the reasons you might think. You think I'll go there and drink myself into a torpor? Let's just say I have an outstanding debt. The kind you can't pay back with denarii. It certainly ended better than it started. It's a shame the Queen did not survive. Nevertheless, I wish we were able to save Lucullus. If only we had departed a day earlier. You're probably right. Still, it makes me wonder. There's something I need to handle now that we're back. I may call on you if I need your help, but hopefully it won't come to that.
Do not worry. I will not ask to live with you again this time. There is important thing I must do anyway. I need to find man who killed my sister, Silvius. Habron said he is important member of Collegium Bacchus. If he is not here, he has cause to return at least. And when he does, I will be waiting. I am not sure yet. I will see what he does when he is found. It is best to not involve you, but thank you for offering. I will.
Last time we stood here with a legion, we had Lucullus with us. I know he was your Patronus, but the man was like a father to me. I know that. It will feel good, though. I hate to be back in this shithole of shit. To you, probably. You're back home as a victorious commander, and I'm back home as... not myself. I don't know yet. There's a lot I need to take care of. Don't worry, though. I'll save your ass when it needs saving. I'll let you know if I suddenly turn into a damsel in distress. Not really sure about that. We have denied Lurko the control of Egypt, but we also made him look like a hero. The gods can't even keep their own houses in order. We're alive, and that's what matters.
Time to disband, Legate? You will always be a warrior at heart. Now it's time to be a citizen.
Today's augury casts doubt and confusion. I bring forth the following relatio, the result of which is to be decided per discretionem no later than the sun disappears beyond the horizon.
The Senate seeks to figure out a way to prevent a similar situation from happening again in Egypt.
Today's relatio presented itself and is thus natural. There shall be an assignment of territory and responsibility.
Thanks to you, Egypt is presently without a ruler. With the unfortunate demise of the proconsul of Africa, there's an obvious question of control. Perhaps. Many people underestimate her line, though. It is tempting to try and domesticate a snake. Forgive me. That was a poorly thought-out metaphor. To be honest, the Populares are impressed. To them, leaving Egypt in the hands of a potentially dangerous queen seemed like a terrible strategy. And your idea of creating a legion right there out of the local population was a deciding factor. It also appears like you were a bit in over your head, and Vitellius Lurko had to move in and save you. That action looks equally unorthodox and possibly more daring and selfless. No matter what, I expect Vitellius Lurko to make a play for proconsulship. Whether his rhetoric holds sway depends largely on you.
Silence! Let only those who are of consequence speak. The appointment of a proconsul is to be decided. The issue is of the utmost importance, and the candidate, I believe, is obvious. The only question is, does the conqueror of Egypt wish to shoulder this responsibility?
Indeed. Doesn't conquest imply a decisive victory? I believe it was thanks to Vitellius Lurko that you were victorious. Am I wrong?
Does this mean you are accusing Vitellius Lurko of treason?
Would it now? You mean to say he was deceived?
I most certainly wasn't.
So you do accept the accusations, then?
I don't.
Very well. I believe this discussion is concluded, then.
Indeed, it seems we have only one real candidate here. The decision is made. All hail the new proconsul of Africa and his victorious legions!
Congratulations. You are proconsul of Africa. I hope you know what you're doing. A foe you can trust is better than a friend you can't.
Hercules! What have you done? Silvius! Who are you? Why did you kill that man? No more blood needs to be spilled here. Please, just tell us what you want. Well, that does not sound like something I would do. How long ago was this? We're just a group of regular citizens who gather regularly to enjoy the finer things in life. Nobody is hurt, I swear on Juno Caprotina. The women are here by their own choice. The Senate has outlawed our gatherings, it's true, but only because they don't understand. They've given in to populist sentiment and slanderous rumors, that's all. Nothing we do here is wrong. Listen, I'm certain we can come to some sort of agreement. You are bereaved. Do you seek compensation? Get your hands off me! The bitch killed Silvius! She's mad! Stop her!
Salve, Domine. How can I be of assistance? That's right. Do you know my father? Oh, that's right. He's told us a lot about you. Please wait here. I'll go get him.
Legate, it's good to see you out of your uniform again. How is civilian life treating you this time? Indeed I have. My family must eat. That she is. She is the youngest of the clutch. I tell her she should find a nice rich patrician boy to marry, but she insists she enjoys helping me sell what I make. It has been better, but it has also been worse. There will always be people in need of horseshoes and kitchen pots. Only the best things. You are held in great esteem in my household. For you, it would have to be something prestigious. Tell me, have you heard of a Parazonium? The very same. You have managed just fine through 2 campaigns without it, but if nothing else, I'd say you've earned the right to wield such a blade. What say you? I can sell you one that you'll be proud to show off. It's a symbol of prestige more than anything. Jewelry for a great soldier. To tell you the truth, I have one almost finished. It was ordered for the scion of another patrician house who was going to be a tribunus under Crassus. The young fool bedded the wrong girl and was stripped of his military commission, and the order was cancelled. If you'll wait for an hour, I will personalize it for you and finish the work. Ah, good, you're back. The Parazonium is finished. I engraved your initials on the hilt and got it nice and sharp for you. A well-tempered and carburized blade, if I do say so myself. In a manner of speaking, as long as the men believe it, they will fight all the fiercer when you are near. Thank you, but it's not for sale. If you ever go to war again, I'll be with you. But here in Rome, I prefer my freedom. It was good to see you again, Legate. But if that'll be all, I must get back to work.
The great Gaeso Quinctius Aquilinus. Your reputation precedes you. They told me you're here on business. So, let's discuss business. Indeed. I think I know who you're talking about. You seem to have an inexplicable soft spot for this girl. Curiously, I don't think you even know her name. I see. That sounds very important indeed. She must be quite valuable to you. This sets the price at an extremely high level. Too high for you, I'm afraid. Indeed. Your rich patrician friend, the conqueror of Africa. His vineyard has risen to quite a bit of fame over these past few years. The chance to make a competitor go bankrupt. Now, that is valuable to me. I have both money and time. Salve, Legate. I hope you have been informed as to the nature of our potential transaction. Go ahead. Oh. Well, I must admit, your own wine has been improving steadily since you took control of your family's business. In fact, I'm thinking I can be persuaded to part with Lucia, the sewer in question, in exchange for, say, half your vineyards. How does that sound?
What? That is insane! It's not a fair price for anything! Surely you won't go ahead with this, Legate.
It's called negotiation. Of course you are free to make a counteroffer, but I should remind you, as the owner of the object of desire, I have the advantage in this game.
The price you demand is excessive. Demanding an overwhelmingly high price for a commodity of a certain value is illegal.
Now, if you believe the law is on your side, you can take this to the Senate. Otherwise, I have made my offer. I see. And let me guess. The easy way is I just hand over my valuable assets to you for nothing, and the hard way is what? You attack me in my own villa?
Certainly not. That would lower us to his level. We're not criminals. You can't wash dirt using dirt.
How do you even know about my side business? You certainly wouldn't dare.
To be honest, I don't really know if he is telling the truth. But I know for sure he would dare.
Very well. Take the girls. Just leave me alone. I never want to see you again.
Likewise. You didn't actually have any evidence against him, did you? You made me partner to your crime. Perhaps I just did not anticipate this kind of heroism of myself.
Please don't be so harsh on yourselves, Dominique. You've saved my life today. And the life of my daughter.
I hope you're right, Lucia. Go pick your girl up and take her to my friend's villa.
As you wish, Dominos.
Just Kaiso, please. Thank you for being here for me. Listen, we should talk about us. You and I both have a lot of responsibilities to other people. But my feelings for you are stronger than anything else in my life. Despite everything that happened here with Lucia, I want nothing more than to be with you forever. I can't tell you how good it makes me feel to hear you say those words. I will explain the situation to Lucia tonight. I believe she will understand.
Salwe, I see you're on your way out. Glad I caught you. I wish I could say I was just dropping by for a cordial visit. However, I was in fact asked to come here by your friend. Yulia Kalida has got herself into a great deal of trouble, and she has beseeched me to lend her my legal counsel. I told her I would represent her as a favor to you, if you are willing to owe me. For reasons that will become apparent, your friend is forced to maintain a low profile at the moment. She has chosen a discreet meeting spot, near the market. Please meet us there today, and she will explain the details of her predicament.
We are being summoned to appear at the court. You have committed a criminal offense, or so they claim. Both things can be true. Our actions sometimes cause harm to society, yet we may be unaware. Or perhaps you're being wrongfully accused. Only one way to find out. Someone must have suffered because of something you did. Frankly, there's no way to know unless we visit the magistrate. If we want to defend ourselves, certainly. To be technical, they cannot reach a decision in our absence. But lately, they have started interpreting silence as acceptance. I say it is best to be on the safe side. It is best not to ignore these things. The court may think of your silence as an acceptance of guilt. If you find yourself near the forum, you should talk to the magistrate. I will meet you there. In all but name. You can of course not be proconsul when you were never consul. This will be a lucrative posting nevertheless. We have already begun to make the preparations. I have personally selected your staff. This will be good for your political career. And more of that Egyptian heat will be wonderful for my old bones. Despite all of our efforts, he did really position himself well politically. I would not be surprised to see him become a consul soon. Then we should get ready for a disaster of epic proportions. Reasonably well, I think, under the circumstances. I have put the woman to work in the kitchen to distract her from her worries, but we are starting her out slowly. I may begin tutoring the girl when she's old enough, but let's see if I'll have time for that.
Away. Thank you for coming. Hopefully this matter will be resolved quickly. An admirable quality fit for a true Roman. This is about your Servus, Secundus. It seems that last night he got quite drunk. In his intoxicated state, he got into a fight with another Servus. It is not my place to tell you how you should handle your Servi. I am not a censor. Nevertheless, the punishment of your Servus is not the topic of this hearing. He is your Servus, is he not? His actions fall under your purview and responsibility.
With all due respect, Domine, that's hardly the most relevant question we can ask here.
On the contrary, it's actually a surprisingly relevant question. Not only did he win, he broke the other man's arm.
Oh.
There's not much to say. The evidence is irrefutable. The other Servus was severely injured, costing his dominus valuable labor. Furthermore, there are criminal charges. This kind of violence is not to be tolerated. The sentence for the first offense will be monetary. In total, this means you will have to pay 200 denarii to the offended dominus and 100 denarii to the state. Do you contest this ruling?
This is ill-advised.
On what basis are you contesting the ruling? Well, it is a relevant question, actually. Witnesses claim there was a heated exchange and some distasteful claims about the profession of your mother. No matter what the reason is, there is loss of labor. Perhaps. Some damage was still caused. There's nothing to be gained by resisting legal institutions. Well spoken. You clearly have a good understanding of how the legal process works. Enough talking. My decision is made. You've made a good case, and your arguments are solid. I can't ignore the damage your service has caused, but you will receive a reduced sentence. This time.
There he is, the man of the hour.
I need your help. They will kill me. I need someone to defend me at the court tomorrow. It's a long story. What do you want to know? Feels like a lifetime ago. Before I joined the Legion, I killed my husband. Not by choice. But I was pretty, I guess. And that represented a political opportunity for my father. He never liked the fact that I was interested in men's things. He thought marriage would, in his words, tame me. As if I'm a wild animal needing to be domesticated. It's not that easy. No matter how far I try to run, my past keeps catching up with me. Julius Calidus is a warrior of renown in the Legion, and he has slain countless men. He's a hero. Julia Calida has slain only one man. She is a murderer. And whenever I enter Rome, I turn back into Julia, the husband killer. He was an extremely controlling man. I couldn't leave the villa except in his company. Everything about how I dressed, who was allowed to visit me, all was decided by him. I couldn't live that way. We fought about it all the time. One of those fights took place atop the grand staircase. It got very heated. I pushed him. I wish I could tell you he died for a better reason. That he was a criminal, or that it was some grand conspiracy, or even just that he was hitting me. But his cruelty was of a much more insidious sort. And to the people of Rome, His was a perfectly acceptable way to treat his wife. This whole thing is their fault. When my brother Aulus finally invited me to dinner, I thought everything was going to be fine. Not exactly. They were setting me up for another marriage. Can you believe it? Everything was fine at first, and Aulus was speaking up for me. Now that my father is dead, he is pater familias, after all. Then suddenly, this ridiculous mule walks in. Burienus Crispus. I didn't even expect that kind of surprise.
That's a common characteristic of surprises.
Rome. Look. I am a murderer. And I thought we were over this with my family, but... pretty much. The moment I refused this new marriage they set up for me, Mother turned me in. I barely escaped. Thank you. I hadn't noticed. Any other brilliant observations you want to share with the class?
Your emotions are understandably frayed, Domina. But please do remember who your friends are in this trying time.
There will be a hearing tomorrow where they will try me for the murder of my late husband. I may be sentenced to death. I need Cicero to advocate on my behalf.
Matricide. It's a difficult situation. Was he a particularly cruel man?
Not by Roman standards.
I would certainly not use that line in front of the public. Please answer my question.
He was a bit full of himself, but actually he didn't really do anything bad to me.
He didn't even whip you a little bit?
You think he could have?
Indeed not. A pity. This makes defense difficult. I didn't say that. I welcome the challenge, but you will owe me a great deal. I admire your loyalty. In a few years' time, I plan to run for consul. You will have to contribute a great deal to my campaign to pay me back for this.
Thank you. It would be impossible to repay you, but this means a lot to me. I feel like I'm multiple people in one. Julia Calida the warrior, and Julia Calida the murderer. I don't really know which one I am, but I can't be both.
We will see what happens. Walete, don't be late tomorrow.